What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Crystal, your favorite social worker. And in this video, I'm going to be answering one of the most frequently asked questions I receive on this channel. Why do seniors get so little in SNAP benefits? So if you're new here, I have worked in the social service field for over 10 years. I also worked at the welfare EBT SNAP office for over 6 years. I have processed hundreds of SNAP cases, so I'm going to attempt to explain why it is that seniors get so little in SNAP benefits. So in order to understand why a person receives the amount that they get, you first have to understand what makes a person eligible. So to be eligible for SNAP benefits, there are a few things that has to happen. 1, you have to be a citizen or have come into this country by legal means. 2, you have to have a valid social security number. If you don't have a valid number, you will get approved for like initial benefits while they give you time to get it. And if you don't have it within a month, your benefits will be shut off. And 3, and this is probably the most important one, your income has to be under the income standard for your household size. So as you can see on this chart, the income standard for one person is $1,632. So if you make $1 over that amount, if you make $1,633, you are not eligible for benefits. You're just not. And you can see for a household of 2 is $2,215. For a household of 3 is $2,798. If you exceed that amount even by $1, you are not eligible. On this chart, you can also see the maximum amount allowed for your household size. So for one person, the maximum amount that they can get is $292. No more than that. For 2 people, the max you can get is $536. For 3 people, it is $768, and so on and so forth. So now that you've met all the requirements and it's been determined that you're eligible, we now have to find your amount. Keep in mind that smaller households will have smaller amounts, as you can see on this chart. So for example, a household of 1, like I said, the max benefits that person can get is $292. The maximum amount that 2 people can get is $536, meaning even if their income is 0, the max that they can get is this amount. So when determining your amount, we calculate in things like rent, childcare, utility payments, things like that. Not everything is considered, and some things vary from state to state, but the main deductions that you might receive is rent or mortgage, light or gas bill, like child care. If you're paying child support, we use that. Homeowners insurance, home association fees, we take that as well. But things like your car insurance and your car note is usually not considered when we are determining your amount for SNAP. So it's mainly living expenses and dependent care expenses. So there is a calculation that goes into place when determining your SNAP amount, and this is it. So how it usually works is we take 30% of your income and subtract it from the max amount of benefits that you can receive for your household size. So for example, if you have a household of 3 and the household income is $600 a month, we would take 30% of the $600, which is $180, and subtract that from the maximum SNAP amount for 3 people, which is $768. So $768 minus $180 would be $588. So this would be the amount. And that's before we even start adding in any living expenses or childcare expenses or anything like that. So if this family has rent or mortgage or homeowners insurance or anything like that, that deduction will be added to the benefit amount. So essentially, this family will not get anything less than $588. But then once we add on the deduction that comes from the rent and the utilities, they might get much more than that. But even with those expenses added on, this family cannot get any more than $768 because that is the max amount for the household size. So when it comes to seniors, they actually have it harder because their household sizes are usually either 1 or 2 people. And when the household size is smaller, not only is the income standard smaller, but so is the max amount. So let's do the calculation for a senior who lives alone. So if this person lives alone, the max amount of income they can have is the $1,632. And that is all income. That is not just earned income, which is from them working. That can come from Social Security, retirement, money that their family is giving them, some type of investments that they're receiving back. It doesn't matter. Whatever income you're getting goes toward this amount. And a lot of times seniors have this amount or very close to this amount because they are retired. So oftentimes their retirement benefits or their Social Security is either equal to or very close to this amount. And sometimes it's over this amount, which in that instance, they will not qualify. So let's just say that this person is getting $900 a month in Social Security benefits, and that's their only income. Now, because the $900 is under this amount, we can keep going. If it was over this amount, we will stop because that would mean they are not eligible. But it is under, so we're going to keep going. We will then take 30% of 900, which is 270. So we will take that 270 and subtract it from the max amount that's allowed for the household, which is the 292. So 292 minus 270 leaves you with $22. This will be that person's monthly amount. This is their amount based on their income. It has nothing to do with their age. The reason why it seems that way is because older people often either live alone or with one partner. And a lot of young people applying for benefits don't live alone. They either have a husband or a partner or a few kids. And the more people you have in your household that buy and prepare food with you, the more benefits that you receive. Not all seniors have this household makeup. Some seniors buy and prepare food with their adult children. Some are taking care of their grandkids. And if they are on a case with other people, then their benefit amount goes up. A 25-year-old with the exact same income would get the same amount as this senior because it has nothing to do with age and everything to do with your income, your expenses, and your household size. So I hope that helped. I talk about this stuff a lot on my TikTok page, so if you are over on TikTok, go ahead and give me a follow. I also offer one-on-one calls, and I'll have that linked in the description below. And if you're interested in seeing if you qualify for SNAP based on your income and household size, you can check out this SNAP calculator linked in the description of this video. Just choose your state and answer a few questions, and this site will tell you if you are likely to qualify before you go through the whole application process. Now, I am not affiliated with this site, nor am I partnered with them in any way. I just always recommend it because it's a good site. A lot of times people would like to know if they qualify without going through the whole application process, so this is a good site to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to